This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit, Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Good morning, peasants. You're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with Vincent Caravaggio.
Hello, Vincent there. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's fantastic to have you on. And can you tell us where the peasants can see you next event-wise?
Of course. So the next event will be in November on the Primetime Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So make sure to watch it on YouTube, because probably you won't get there to Poland, to Kozlov. However, still available on YouTube channel Primetime Wrestling. Also, a couple of my past matches are on my YouTube channel, and I try to post regularly on Instagram account, which is Vincent Caravaggio.
All right. And you don't have to go looking for it. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Alright, let's get into it. You work for PTW. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company?
Sure. So I won PTW Tag Team Championships with my beloved partner Alex Braith in May this year, so 2025, and I was debuting in 2023, so it would be about 2 years from now. Fantastic time, fantastic people. Well, maybe not all of the opponents were fantastic, but the crowd is very good, sometimes very wild. Still, after 20 matches, they can still surprise me somehow. So yeah, I like being there.
How has the crowd surprised you?
For example, I'm playing your classical heel and Aristocrat. This is my gimmick in a nutshell. And usually I was accustomed to people booing me, of course. And this was a sign that I'm doing my job correctly, so to say. And in January this year, they were clapping. They were sending me some positive signals, and they praised me. So the thing that usually is done for baby faces. So it was kind of surprising. And of course, in the whole wrestling industry, we are doing our shows live. So it's of course recorded, but of course the stream is live. So you have about 2 seconds to think about the situation and act properly. And so this was very surprising, but also a good experience for a heel.
I mean, what did that feel like? You know, obviously you're the bad guy that wants to get booed, and now the people actually, are starting to respect you and like you.
Yeah, I have to think very quickly about some changes in the promo I had prepared for that evening, and my entrance is about 40, maybe 50 seconds, I go behind the curtain and of course being in the ring overall. So in that time I have to switch something in my brain, in the same time act like usual. So thinking about the fans, and it was a heavy challenge. However, very, very satisfying, because afterwards I spoke with many wrestlers in the backstage, and they told me, okay, you were just you, so nobody saw it, that you were confused a little bit. So this was a happy experience, but also satisfying. And of course, the reason that I fell in love with wrestling world in the first place, it can be scripted, it can be you take care about the whole scenario, you take care about the match, but overall you never know what happens during the match, before the match, after the match, and this is beautiful.
Right. I mean, keyword here, live.
Yeah, exactly. And also for non-wrestling fans, I believe it's so hard to imagine why this is so addicting, both for wrestlers and fans, for fans to watch it, to live in the whole world of wrestling, for wrestlers, of course, to wrestle. But this is one of the main reasons. You never know what will happen. You can prepare, of course, and you should, but in overall, there is something, I think, that could potentially surprise you.
And I'm assuming no desire to turn face at this point.
No, I have proposals both from fans and the main promoter. Well, proposals, maybe it's not the right wording here.
Offers.
Sorry.
Offers.
Something like this, yeah. Some fans were just casually mentioning that Vincent as a babyface would be interesting persona to watch, and the promoter says, if I want to, I can turn babyface. But at this point, I think still Vincent Caravaggio persona has many more to offer in the heelish way. So yeah, hopefully it will last a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, I mean, it don't get more heelless than your tag team, the Royal Rebels. Can you tell us about your tag team partner, Alex Brave?
Of course. So, gimmick-wise, the Alex Brave was, I believe, only one person who was very similar to Vincent in terms of being not just a plain heel, but playing the character really, and fighting for the justice. Of course, the Vincent Caravaggio justice and Alex Brave justice is a little bit, it's not the same term, however, it's somehow similar. So the idea came up very naturally, that it was very natural for us to form up a tag team. And so far, so good. We had 3 title defenses, and looking forward for more.
Is there a personality quirk from Alex that you just don't understand? No, it's more like a general plan for the character. So Vincent is more like aristocratic, holier than thou persona, and Alex is more like a rebel. In the first place, when the idea came up, we had a little bit hard time to discuss what are we fighting for, etc. The whole Royal Rebels gimmick. But afterwards, we
we get to know each other a little bit more, and yeah, hopefully that the work that we are providing is good. Fans are liking it, so yeah, I would say no complaints at all at this point.
And you mentioned it, PTW Tag Team Champions. Obviously, in a month or so, you'll be coming up on 2 years in the business, in total. So what does that kind of mean to you to win the tag team championships?
In the first place, that hard work pays off, and this may sound as a very common statement, but really, the wrestling business is hard because, in my opinion, you don't see any positive results after months of training. So, for instance, my first 6 months were terrible, just pain, and can't move, etc. And I underestimated the moves. I underestimated the impact it has on your body. So for starters, in the beginning, it was all about surviving, and then we won the tag team championships, and it was the first moment that I really thought that, yeah, okay, it pays off. It was worth it.
Winning those championships, is that a moment you take in the moment, or is it something that kind of sits in afterwards, like, wow, I did this?
Mostly in the moment. I really did my best to enjoy it, but of course, after the match, when you go backstage, it all sunk in, and of course, the moment of awareness came also that now you have to work even harder to defend it. and of course, the main promoter has bigger plans for you, so you also have to be some kind of authority for younger wrestlers, not only train for yourself but also look for them, etc. So yeah, on the one hand, more responsibilities, on the other, more satisfaction.
Now, I did notice a couple times, like, you refer to Vincent, like, in the third person. Like, obviously he's the character you're portraying. Do you separate yourself from Vincent, or are you Vincent? You kind of understand what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes your dog is interrupting, but it's okay. So 100%, I'm a different person than Vincent. So I was trying to create a gimmick that would be as hellish as possible and really mean it. So nowadays I see many wrestlers, especially in indies, that are trying to play persona, and it's visible. It's visible in the entrance. It's visible in their matches. It's visible in their promos, and not in a good way, in my opinion. So for me, it was to play the character so good that people will think that I'm a Vincent. Yeah. So my personality is Vincent Caravaggio, etc. And I'm not surprised when some of the fans are coming to me after the shows, and they're telling me after a couple of minutes of private conversation that, wow, you are different in person. You are different, and it's strange for them. So this is another sign for me that I'm doing a great job, and of course I have to give it. I have to give to them even more, because after those 2 years, they know my tricks. So I always thinking how to trick them in a new way. But coming back to the original question, now it's 100% different persona. There is a saying also in wrestling that I strongly disagree with, that if you want to play a good character, you have to be yourself, but a little bit more, right? And for me, it's not truth. I wanted something new. I wanted to show traits that I'm not having in my real life, and it's fun to play it. It's fun to plan it, and I hope and I deeply believe it's fun to watch it.
Hell yeah. Now, you were actually in a battle royal that featured Santino Marella, in Italy, of all places.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's a good question. Let me think. Chaotic. It's 30-man battle royal. So I did it for the first time. I'm in this type of match. Don't know what to expect. Don't know what can potentially happen there. And of course, it was a lot of fun to get to know so many wrestlers, and of course Santino. But yeah, sometimes it was chaotic. So you have to do something in wrestling, even if you don't know what to do. So, for example, there was a moment in the match that nobody from my opponents know what to do, and it wasn't my turn to do something, but I still do it because I don't want fans to have the feeling that something is wrong. I don't know if you know what I mean, but sometimes you have to step up. So nobody asked, nobody planned that this would be this exact moment. But sometimes you need to step up, and I did it, and it was also a great experience in terms of the whole wrestling part, especially planning matches. So you never can assume that everything will go according to the plan.
Right.
So it was a nice experience for sure.
Were you able to talk to Santino, either before the match or after the match?
Yeah, I had the whole seminar with him, about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and he told us valuable things about Rumble match, how to take control in the Rumble match, how to communicate with other wrestlers. So it was very, very informative.
And obviously Italy, different from Poland. Was there any difference crowd-wise that you saw, that you noticed?
I wouldn't say so. They were engaged. Sometimes you had to do something not planned because it was a very, very lengthy match. So it was natural, at least for me, that at some point they will get bored for a little. So you had to communicate with them stronger, even though you didn't plan it. So maybe this was a challenge because I didn't know the specific timing, but it's 30 minutes. It's a minimum this match, less 30, maybe 40. So very lengthy.
Okay. Now, can you tell us about the issues you had with referee Herno?
Yeah, with Herno. Okay. So for starters, he's a peasant, and I really don't like him because he thinks that if he is just a nice guy, everything will be fine. And spoiler, no, it will be not. So at some point, he was so arrogant that he thought that with the other referee, Ref Claudius, they will be able to defeat Royal Rebels in a tag team match, and they failed miserably. And we proved to anyone that referees can't stand a chance with professional wrestlers. So I hope he got his lesson. However, I know he's a very arrogant person, and I don't think it was a lesson well learned, for forever. I hope so, but you never know. Yeah, it was a pleasure to punish both of them in the ring.
I feel like from the referee standpoint, it is kind of a conflict of interest, because if obviously you beat them, you won the match. How are they going to feel refereeing your matches after that? You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. So we have the stuff prepared for this type of yeah. So basically, we always plan beforehand what should happen in the show. Sometimes a few months earlier. So it was planned for the third ref to do the rest of the show, and also a new ref in our match with the ref Herno and the ref Claudius. So it was, I believe it went without any obstacles.
Gotcha.
In terms of, I can add only that in terms of the whole story, it was a little bit crazy. Of course, the referees versus wrestlers, so it's not your casual wrestling story. However, a lot of fun, and also the fans went wild. This was the second thing that surprised me. The crowd went wild, and we really took care of the preparation, the whole story, in social media, in the previous shows. So I'm very proud that at the first glance, when you see two wrestlers and two referees, you think, oh, referees want to do it, etc. They don't know moves, they aren't trained properly, etc. But in overall, we prepared ourselves well. So the overall results was very satisfying.
Now, you also wrestled Ozzy Spencer in Austria.
Yeah.
Another export. What was that experience like, wrestling in Austria?
Fantastic. It was first time for me to work abroad, to wrestle abroad, and Ozzy is a very big guy, so it was very yes, he's a big guy, he's a lovely guy in I mean privately. And what was amazing for me, we hadn't got any problems with planning the match. We went all in. The crowd was fantastic, about 500 people on the crowd. They loved him. They knew him because it wasn't a first time for him. I was for the first time performing in Austria, and we gave a very good match. Also, in terms of the size, we planned many spots to tell a beautiful story, how a young, arrogant, aristocratic Vincent Caravaggio trying to take down big guy who is Ozzy Spencer. So it has a couple of funny elements, it has a couple of drama moments, and it was beautiful.
Well, going from something beautiful to something quite ugly. Can you tell us about that time you wrestled Krampus?
Oh no! I know it. I know it. Ah, such a shame. I lost, and really, you have to believe me. I did my best, and it wasn't enough. He's such a beast. He's so powerful. He's so terrifying in the ring, and the second promoter of PTW, Łukasz Okoński, shouldn't even book this match. It was a punishment for Vincent Caravaggio, and it didn't end well. So basically, he devastated me. I want to forget about it. It was terrifying.
Sounds like you needed Santa Claus on your side.
Yeah, but yeah, personally, it was good experience because it showed me that I still have a lot to learn. Krampus is a absolute legend in Europe, and his in-ring skills, his movement, his timing, it's I can't even describe it precisely. It's so good that it was a very, very good lesson for me to not to be satisfied with the matches promise I have done before the show with Krampus in July, but focus on the future and still also constant improving myself in every little aspect of the craft. So from this perspective, it was the best thing that could ever happen.
See, even though it was maybe a bad experience wrestling Krampus, you can still take something good away from it.
Yeah. I gave only one sentence for it. It was terrifying for Vincent Caravaggio, but it was a very informative experience for me as a person. So yeah.
Well, maybe the same sentiment, but for different reasons. You've also had quite the issues with Sycamore Boy as well, no?
Yeah, that is correct. So look, I tried to give this young boy a lesson, and he has 18th birthday. So I thought, okay, fine, I will take my most expensive wine, Pinot Noir, and teach this young man some manners, and he spit it. So I was angry, and until this day, people are judging me that no, he's just a boy. You were very hard to him during the match and before, and it's all a piece of nonsense. I hope you learned your lesson, Sigma Boy.
It kind of seems like some people are you don't get away from rivalry wise, and it kind of seems like Sycamore Boy is your forever rival. Would I be correct on that?
This is a good question. You know what? I really believe that it's all about the story, and having this perspective, I can't tell you that someone is my favorite rival or the least favorite. It's all about telling the good story that fans would love to watch and listen to. So, in my perspective, well, maybe we will have another match in the future. Who knows if fans would love to see it? Maybe not. We'll see. He's still young. I'm still hungry for other titles, even though I'm already PTW Tag Team Champion. So we'll see.
Okay. Now, can you tell us about the time you went speed dating?
Yeah. So we came up with a funny idea to record a wrestling speed dating to promote our, I believe, February show. Yeah, that is correct. A February show this year, to promote, love and, of course, Valentine's Day. And it was, I don't know if it was one of our first this type of material published publicly and promoting the show, but it was very fun to record it and preparing now the whole environment for it. Prepare the wrestlers, their scripts, etc. And you have this kind of situation in basically every time that on the one hand you have the script, on the other hand someone on the film set will came up with a beautiful idea, so you will include it. Someone will make a mistake saying something, and we will include it. So in overall, I'm very satisfied with the outcome. And also fans were positively surprised that we prepared this kind of material and publish it to promote the show. It was something new, something different.
Right. It's always fun to do something new, especially with the company.
Exactly, it's all about creativity, and this is also what wrestling means for me. It's basically a well without any barriers, a wall that you can dig and dig and dig, and every time you will find something new. Even though you, let's say, made a body slam 1,000 times, for 1,001 you can add a little thing which makes this different, and this is personally I love it.
Right. I think it's time for Vincent's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Yeah, I have one.
Right.
So before the battle royal in Italy, we arrived very, very late, and basically each restaurant nearby was closed. So we didn't have any choice. I mean, the whole staff of PTW, about 10 wrestlers or 8, I don't remember exactly, but a huge group of people. And we found only one restaurant, and we went in. And the problem was most of the guys was on a cut face, and this restaurant had open buffet. So you can imagine our hard time not to eat too much, because the next day you will have Sunday, and of course the gala in Bestia Wrestling, the Rumble match. The Battle Royal match. And one guy particularly, I will not mention who, just say, "Oh, I will eat what I want. I don't have a cat face, so I will eat what I want, and he went for it, and yeah, the outcome of this was terrible because he ate a little bit of seafood, and I will only add that the seafood was not completely fresh.
Ooh.
So on the one hand, I really feel him, this wrestler, and it's a pity. And we helped him in the night and the day after, of course, with anything he needed at this time. On purpose, I didn't mention what exactly. And on the other hand, he was asking for it. So the kind of funny situation. In terms of more bizarre, strange, I would say I had only three bigger trips. So Austria last year, this year Italy, and last month in September I was in Cyprus. They didn't publish the match yet. Probably it will be live in December, also on cage match. So all of those trips, apart from that incident from Italy, all of those trips went well. Were very insightful. I meet new people, learn something, had a good time. And yeah, I think I still need to have some more experience in being on the road to to have some bizarre history to tell. Hopefully not. At least not about me.
And definitely not the kind of bizarre experience that wrestler had as well.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean it, he was asking for it. So basically every other wrestler was very cautious in terms of eating, cut face, and of course we didn't know, the quality of the food. I personally not a very risky person when it comes to food abroad, because you never know. So I recommended him to be cautious about it. Maybe not putting a whole plate of prawns, but he didn't listen. So yeah.
Like you said, he was kind of asking for it.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So pretty bizarre adventure. Looking to hopefully have some bizarre adventures in the future. Hopefully not too crazy of bizarre adventures.
Yeah.
Alright. Can you tell us about your love of Marlon Brando?
Oh, you found it. Nice one.
Yes.
You are a very good researcher. So this is a very, very personal question, because this is the only part of my Instagram which aren't gimmick wise. So I really focus on being in the gimmick, in the ring, outside the ring, after the show, before the show, and also in social media. Of course, apart from this conversation with you. Here I'm being open, and I think the fans will see the value here. But in terms of Marlon Brando, well, so you really surprised me. The story is kind of crazy, because I was reading his autobiography when I was a teenager, and I really admired that he always had his own way of living, even though society, some producers, family put pressure on him. He had always the gut to well, I wouldn't use the sentence being yourself, because I feel it's cheap, but to just speak the truth and living his own way. And I really admired it. I also, when I was a teenager, I was acting in the theater in high school. So I was looking for inspiration, and I was watching a couple of movies with him. And overall, I would say that many words that he wrote in this book are true. And it doesn't matter if you are 20 years old, 30, 40. It's very hard to live this way, though. However, I'll always dreamt to be like him in this way. Of course, there is a big controversy in terms of his family, the woman he slept with, etc. But for me, it's learning what you can from other people. And I always believe that even from you can learn from anybody, even not to do, and even from the people who at the first glance are bad. So this is a very favorite character for me, and I also like to come back to this book from time to time.
And do you have a favorite Marlon Brando movie?
Exactly, yeah. The streetcar named Desire. My favorite one, it's a very old production. If you didn't watch it, you probably won't like it. This movie is very old, but acting-wise, you can see that it's just wild. If you want to express some emotions without using any words, I think you definitely should. Look up to Marlon Brando and try to maybe not copy him, but observe and make your notes. This is the approach I'm taking. Many times when I see a new movie, etc., I'm very I'm fan of good acting, and also I'm making notes and just use it afterwards. And then people are telling me that Vincent Caravaggio is me, and it's not, so it works.
You mentioned you used to do theater in high school. What were some of the plays that you were a part of?
Yeah, so mostly it was all about the script, which was written by the director. So it wasn't any copy of any classic.
Okay.
But in the secondary school, I played the main role in the, how to say it in English, it's Miser, isn't it? It's the Molière, one of the best book of Molière's.
Okay.
Let me translate it because sorry, I don't know the English name for it.
No worries. I'm kind of trying to blank myself.
Okay. Yeah, but overall, it gave me so much in terms of acting. I don't like acting in the theater, especially because usually it's connected with saying and acting all of the same emotions and things 100 times on the rehearsals, and of course afterwards live on the show. I'm more like I'm into now recording a movie, short movie, long movie, or a promise I'm publishing on Instagram, because then you can be more creative with it.
Right, and I mean that definitely explains the quality of your promo work as well.
Oh, thank you.
It goes because obviously theater and wrestling kind of go hand in hand, no?
Yeah. I think so, but still in Europe, I think there is a huge issue with workers who think that wrestling is all about the moves. For me, it's not. It's about telling the history, but of course, everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, right? So for me, the opponent who really wants to tell a story, it's the most interesting thing that can happen. And I know I know we will give a great show for fans.
All right. Now, can you tell us about your tattoos and if they have any special meaning?
Yes, they have special meaning. So the one of my chest is, of course, aristocracy. I'm getting asked about it constantly. And the meaning is that, well, I think it's explaining itself. In terms of my fists, it would be very hard to translate it to English because it's a Polish sentence, some kind of affirmation. And I made it after Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Nationals 2020 in the Corona crisis, because personally it was very hard for me to compete. Because my head coach, back in time when I was training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, told me that I wasn't on the mat for 2 months, so I can't just compete on nationals. And I told him that yes, this is correct. I wasn't 2 months because I was in different hospitals. I had many issues with my health in 2020, but still, I told him that this is my goal. This was my goal for this year, to compete in the nationals, and I was working very hard from January to June. And I will compete somehow, yeah. And he got angry and told me, no, you're not. The only way for you to compete is as independent competitor, which is very, very insulting for a person who is training in the club, because the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community, I don't know now, but 5 years ago, at least in Poland, was very about community, about being close with each other, etc. So it wasn't a great feeling, but I was adamant. I will compete from the club or as independent competitor, and I won bronze medal. And after the nationals, I get this tattoo, and to translate it to English, I would say just be better forever, something like this. It's not exactly this, because it's in Polish language. It will sound differently, of course,
Right.
but the general meaning is, if I want to do something and I feel it, and I feel it with all my body, my brain, heart, etc., no one can tell me that I won't do it. Even in the situation that this person is my authority, because it was a head coach of the club, so technically I should have listened to him. So it was a very personal moment for me. And the whole idea for having the fist tattooed was from CM Punk, because when I was a teenager and I was watching wrestling as a 14 years old kid, maybe, I saw CM Punk for the first time, his best ever, and I said to myself, cool, one day I will have a tattoo on my fist. So yeah. Many years later, I did it. I'm proud of it, and I'm really smiling if somebody, because there are some people who are telling me that, oh, it's not, tattoo on your face, it's not compatible with your gimmick, it's not compatible with your life, because you're, for example, professional at work, etc. and this we are reverting now to Marlon Brando life. So yeah, you can always listen other people concerns about you, issues they are having with you, but if you dig down enough in your, I would say, soul, in yourself, and you really want it, just do it. I know it's easier to say than do, of course,
Right.
but this is the life. It's all about this for me. Just having this strong behavior of in the first place thinking what you want and then doing it, and others don't matter at all.
You know, you were saying like you've had a really strong desire to, you know, compete in that tournament. What kind of gave you that desire to want to compete, you know, so badly that, you know, you would defy your own coach to do so?
I believe multiple reasons. The first one, I'm addicted to adrenaline, and I'm not saying this in a positive way, nor negative. It's just things are like this. My whole life, I like extreme things. Yeah, so to say, maybe not, you know, not in a manner that, oh, I have to break the law or something like this, something stupid. No, but just I like adrenaline. The wrestling also is giving me adrenaline spike, and I love it. And the same was with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So initially, the idea was I lied to myself that I will just train to have some knowledge about self-defense, to feel more confidence, etc. But quickly after, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months, I knew it, that I will be competing in the future. And in 2020, it was very, very personal for me because I was running 2 companies. I was working extreme hours back then, and it was stupid in hindsight, but I didn't know it yet at that time. And in July, my body told me, just stop. You have to rest. So I lost consciousness in one conference in a hotel. So that's why I was visiting many, I think 4 or 5 hospitals during the holidays. So July, August, and part of September. And yeah, on the one hand, I wanted to take care of my health, etc., etc. But on the other, I made a goal and made a promise to myself that I will compete in nationals, and I do everything I can to win a medal. So maybe this inner determination just pushed me to do it no matter what. So this is the reason that I got angry with my head coach, competed in overall and won bronze medal, and yeah, I'm proud of it. However, I wouldn't recommend it. So if you want to try something like this, do it on your own, and you're taking full responsibility. This is not an advice.
What did it kind of mean to you to win that bronze medal? You know, setting out, you know, making that goal for yourself, and obviously, you know, there was a lot of obstacles in your way to do so. To, you know, actually stand there and, you know, actually achieving what you set out to do.
I would like to say this was a beautiful moment, but it won't stress this enough. It was the moment that I think for the first time in my life, really, I was 22 years old in 2020, so still a young guy. I'm not old now, but even younger 5 years ago. So yeah, deeply believe that it was the really first moment in my life that I convinced myself once for all that if I want something very bad, I will get there sooner or later. So it also helps with any other endeavors I do in life, namely wrestling. No matter the obstacles are, you have to, you will get there. And of course, the sad part is, if we're speaking about the success or achieving your goals, the hard work won't be noticed usually by others. Only you know how much it takes to do something. But yeah, the lesson was learned that I can just do it and win over the obstacles. So a new chapter in my life opened because I came to a conclusion that if I was off for 2 months struggling with health issues and still I did it and basically beat all of my colleagues from the club, who, by the way, also were surprised that I'm competing and asking tough questions. Oh, why aren't you competing from the club, but as an independent competitor? It was a hard time, but yeah, eventually it pays off.
Now, kind of just going back to tattoos, because we definitely took a sidetrack there.
A little bit, yeah.
Do you have any plans to get any new tattoos?
No, at this time. I really feel that a tattoo is something very personal, and I'm not a fan of doing a tattoo just for the sake of having tattoo. So the reasoning, at least for me, have to be very, very hard. So no plans at all for the third one.
Okay. I think it's time for the colossal question. Let's say that they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Oh, wow, it's it's the hardest question possible. So basically, during this hour of pleasant conversation with you, I gave you so much private details about me, and it was a pleasure. And I reminded myself tough moments, but the question about free soundtracks, it's tougher. So really sorry, I didn't know. You really surprised me. Uh, I would give the genre if that is satisfying for you.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so if there would be a movie about me, something motivational. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's needed for sure. Second one would be some hardcore heavy metal. I was a fan of heavy metal when I was a teenager. I was I was a fan of heavy metal. So something like this just to remind me those times. And the third one, maybe something classical. In terms of the specific name, let me search through my Spotify. I would say from a classical music, I will give I've Never Been There by Jan Tiersen. I really like this song.
Okay. And
Yes, so it wouldn't be any Chopin or Beethoven or something, but something different, but still in a classical music genre.
selfishly, I would like to know what would be the heavy metal song.
Okay, you are persistent. Indeed.
When you say
I'll-
heavy metal, it's my jam, so
Okay. Heavy folk metal. I will narrow it. So maybe Eluveitie, maybe Inismona, maybe. So this would be medium heavy metal. The heavier I've ever listened to, and I was a fan. Nowadays, it's very strange to me to go back to the old times and think that one day I liked it, but in terms of the heaviest metal, the darkest metal, I would say Limbonik Art.
All right. Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go the casting. Who plays you? And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Another nice question. Yeah, very creative. I really appreciate it. I can't play myself. Probably, but I don't have any kids now. But probably my son would act it with my supervising process.
Okay, so it's gonna take a while to make this movie. Gotta get a son first. Wait until he grows up.
Yeah, we have to wait. I don't plan to have kids right now, so it can be a tough challenge, but yeah. Or maybe artificial intelligence, it's so big right now. Maybe I will have a clone of myself, just under different name, so he will act. We'll see.
Well, every movie has a supporting cast as well. Who would be 3 people with meaning to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
One would be my best friend I know since childhood, and I always like joking to him that he was my personal therapist before even therapy was big in the world. So much funny times we had together. So for sure him. The second person, I believe my mother, and the third one, if it would have been a comedy, I would invite all of my ex-girlfriends, just for the sake of fun. Maybe 4 would accept, who knows?
This is sounding like a great movie, a blockbuster to say the least, and you can pre-order the tickets now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
On to a controversial subject: pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
I don't like it pizza. I mean, I love it, but my body don't like it. Doesn't like it because being fit, etc. It means the world in wrestling. But pineapple pizza, I would say yes. Sometimes yes.
Okay, so pro pineapple on pizza.
You what? Once again?
Pro pineapple on pizza. You like it?
Yeah.
Right. What's your spirit Pokemon?
I just hate questions about spirit animal, But in terms of Pokemon, Pikachu is a pick.
Okay. Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical rock.
Yes, I would consider it, and what it's more, I would do my best to create so good story about it that people will actually like it. I know the task is very hard, and I would go for the drama because, in my opinion, the comedy with with artificial objects can be easily achieved, but the drama with the rock as a physical object, yeah, it would be a challenge for sure, but also I see the opportunity there.
Well, just for context, there is a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a rock for over 15 minutes in a tungsten man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasted for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any recording of it?
Yes, there is. I can send it
Oh,
to you.
perfect. Yeah, please send it over.
Yes, and there is a lot of drama in that match as well, so I think you'd like it.
Okay.
On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, classical HR question. Thank you. I plan to go and get to know other promotions in Europe for sure. Maybe some NXT tryout also. I have this in mind, and we'll see. We'll see. I know it's a very vague. It's a very vague answer to your question. However, life has taught me that planning at maximum 1 year or 2 year beforehand, it's enough. So when I was a teenager, I always make these plans 10 years ahead, 20, etc. And in overall, I came to a conclusion that 1 year is enough. So I'm focusing every year. I'm focusing on establishing the goals for every quarter of New Year, until by the end of the year, usually the New Year's Eve time period. I'm sitting alone, usually without any external things such as music, etc., and thinking about those goals, if they were accurate, if I achieved them, of course, what came after achieving them, and then I'm planning for the New Year. So planning for 5 years, I would say it's crazy nowadays.
Fair enough. Alright, what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off you as a pro wrestler?
I would say myself and Nano Lopez from last year. It's available on my YouTube channel, so feel free to watch it. And I think that this match shows my promo skills. Maybe I'm not proud about this promo, but I'm satisfied enough. In terms of match, it was very, very good, in my opinion, among my other matches. And the overall feeling, I would say, if somebody outside of the wrestling world would like to see one of my matches, I would definitely recommend my match with Nano Lopez.
And shout out to Nano, friend of the show. I will grab that match from YouTube as well, including your whole YouTube page, and it will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox, for anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Thank you very much. Highly appreciate it.
Absolutely. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of the
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Okay, and I supposed to answer in fast pace, right?
Yes. But I mean, you could answer it however you'd like.
I can what? Once again, please.
You can answer it however you like.
Okay.
But it is, we do call it the speed round. So, right, excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Steve Austin, Stone Cold.
Worst wrestler.
Don't know really.
Would you like the default answer?
Yeah, default answer. Please.
You have chosen Eva Marie.
Okay.
Your main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
John Cena.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Alberto Del Rio.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
The most important thing in the wrestling world, apart from this interview.
We would have also accepted tastes great on toast. Squash, vegetable or fruit?
Vegetable.
It is indeed a fruit. It has seeds. New Japan wrestler Tai Chi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
What?
Basically, when somebody's wearing trunks, how much of their ass should show in the ring gear?
In the ring, how much? Okay.
The ring gear, the trunks.
I think it should cover it totally.
So complete coverage.
Complete coverage, yeah.
Gotcha. Right. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No, never. I had many improvisations with strangers in the supermarket, but not about Darby Allin.
And that's the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you too, James. It was so much fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. And once again, where can we find you on social media and merchandise?
Sure. So merchandise currently is available only on the shows. However, if you like my t-shirts very, very much, please DM me on Instagram and we'll think what we can do about it. In terms of the main social media I'm using and trying to be there at least once per week, it's Instagram, Vincent Caravaggio. And also I have YouTube channel, Vincent CAR PTW.
Right. And you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you're on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow and buy a damn shirt. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesG993. Right, when I say Wrestling With, you say entertainment, okay?
Sure.
For Our special guest, Vincent Caravaggio, Calico Yacht, Scooter Dust. I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.